Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back. Clumsy Trucking. Oi, one sec. Why does it look like the chat is not working still? Oh, there we go. It is working. I think. There we go. Perfect. Hey, good morning. Glad you made it. Hey, Symbol. Doing good, thank you. Hope the same for you. Feeling better. For some magical reason. How's everybody doing? Who do we have on chat? Scotsman. Real first this time. Bought anything on the Steam sale? Are there any Train Sim DLCs currently on sale as well? Thank you for 27 months, Jack. Deja vu. I'm not sure. I lost count already. Hey, Patrick. Thanks for joining. Hey, Tom. You are early, actually. Earlier than I am. And welcome back, Alex. Happy hunting. Looks like with spider cameo and everything. If I missed anybody, feel free to say hello. Entire catalog is on sale. Oh no. Rip wallet. Thunderstorm, 80% chance. Ooh, 1 or 2 minutes. Well, I guess that is technically still a thunderstorm, huh? Nice. Let's go and start up the game. Train Sim DLC. We will see it together. Well, the truck sim, that is. So for today, we are going with ATS 138 beta, but with mods. So here are the mods for today. If it loads, there you go. So we have, let me see. We have all of the Team Reforma maps, thanks to Team Reforma. They were super quick, like a few days after 138 beta hit, they already had an update that was compatible. So we'll be continuing our journey on Chihuahua beta. Those are the map mods I have. We have the real companies back as well. In terms of truck, we are going with the interior exterior reworks from AlexeyP. He is back. Thankfully, before this mod had closed already, but now it's back, and so we are going back to the W900. And then we will be driving with Zeemod sounds, but a bit different this time, going back to the CAT 3406E for a change instead of my favorite DD60 series from Zeemod. Still there though, so we can switch it up a bit if we want later on. I also went and enabled the background map from Beng & J, also available for ATS, and did a little bit of manipulation on the inside the files to make it compatible with Google Maps. So it's a bit finicky. Some manual intervention needed. Improved photo mode for increased camera distance, and the fly and debug camera hidden modes from TGM, the YouTuber. Originally, these two have been included with Natural Lux, but since I don't have NL enabled, I have to get separate mods for those. So right now we have Project NG 2020. This is the Photorealistic Experience, the early access stuff. And it looks like it works flawlessly with 138 so far, but we'll see if there are other bugs with it. I think that looks good. Yeah, nice to see ATS for a change. It is pretty seasonal, so some mods are still not compatible. I think they should be. It's just a matter of hard coding limitations, like it says only compatible with 137 in the manifest file. Too many people to watch per day. No problem. You do what you need to do. Let's go and bring back the chat and my face. Let's load it up. Thanks, I appreciate it. Hey, Geek Squad. Welcome back. Glad you made it. Made some bits. Yes. Las Vegas. There we go. The W900 with stickers and everything. The interior is beautiful. And the number one, like my main concern when it comes to the model is the interior is the top priority, because you stay inside like 99% of the time and only take photos. Only see the exterior when you take photos. So we're going with that. We are currently in Chihuahua. Remember, we took this trip. We didn't finish it though, so we only went to halfway. So this time we're starting from, oh, here we go again. Pronunciation. Yekora. 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 You get what I mean. And then we'll be going through all the way to Yuma. So we'll be passing through all the windy bits, all the Mexican roads, and crossing back to the US. I think this black line, this thick black line here, is the US-Mexico border. So this is the satellite background map from Beng & J. Makes things more real. And it's good that the borders are still there. State borders and country borders. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate that. Oh, that's not a Fuso. Unsub. Let's do this. Biggest truck cab. I'm not sure if they have that big W900L in the Steam Workshop, but that's the biggest one I've tried so far. There you go. We have some Project Next-Gen very subtle lighting and very subtle clouds there. Let's go and take the job. That should be this one. Wood shavings, 18 tons. Makes us go through the windy bits all the way to Yuma. Black line is the border. Idaho and Western SAR. Oh, definitely, definitely. I just cannot. I just don't know anything about it yet. Look, even the driver has changed. The model for the driver, or at least what he's wearing, has improved. That's part of the interior-exterior reworks. Anyway, let's hear the engine. Oh, very subtle sounds. Okay, now it's starting to roar. I'll take that. There we go. That's how the interior looks like. Oh, and I forgot to show you. Of course, we have animated steering wheel and that nav plus kind of thingy. We have our trusty dog here. One sec. Let me show you the dog because Track IR is having a hard time looking down. It's cramped up in there. So when you start the electronics, there we go. Steering wheel, nav plus and everything. Fancy. Even have a CB radio. There's the trailer. Going to Yuma. From Mexico to Yuma. You guys have any idea which Western Star they'll be releasing? Not that I would know or be able to distinguish. It would be nice to know. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot the stacks. The infamous W900 stacks. Press 5 to get a more decent view of your back there. This is not from SCS, to be clear. The steering wheel animation and all that fancy stuff. This is from the interior-exterior mod by AlexeyP. Interior-exterior rework. He does a really amazing job at it. And the level of the quality of the textures in the interior is leaps and bounds better than the original one. There's the routing. Looking good right there. Hey Sonoma, how are you? Thanks for joining, man. Hey Mick. This is SCS version of W900 plus interior exterior reworks by AlexeyP. Yep, there it is. Thanks, Alex. That should be, I think, currently at the last entry, the last row in the trucks section. And this looks so good. Now with 138 beta, they added a new graphics option, this screen space ambient occlusion. I'm not using that at the moment though, at least not the in-game one. I'm still using the NVIDIA profile inspector tweaks, because based on my tests, the tweaks are still better in the anti-aliasing, so I'm sticking with that. Man, look at that. Beautiful scenery in front of us. Hey, Rohan. Glad you made it, Mr. 75. Or should I say 76? Captain 75. Sometimes 76. Is it pretty loud? I can close the window. There you go. Let's take a photo as we make that bend up ahead. Also, keep your eyes peeled. With 138 beta, they added finally the Mac Anthem in the AI. Looks like there are currently 2 variants available, the day cab and the high sleeper, I think it was. I think only the mid sleeper is missing, if I read it correctly in the forums. I try and read up everything on the 138 beta discussion in the SCS forums, so we can crowdsource all the updates that come with the patch, because usually they would never list down all the updates. Even if they have a changelog, it's usually very incomplete. So usually the people behind the beta testers are the ones who compile this list, and that is all listed in the forums at one point or another. Looks amazing indeed. This is getting a bit laggy though. Not sure where that's coming from. I can't quite find a nice view yet. Click all your buttons on the dash. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. That is one of the most requested features. That would make the cab much more immersive. Flicking the switch using the mouse instead of a keyboard button. Once SCS finishes America in like 10 years. Oh yeah, if you look at the map, let's look at the map again. If you look at the map, yeah, that's the part that we have. That's the entire US. So still a bit of work to be done until that point, I guess. That black line, I guess, is the border to Canada. This is actually very nice. Thanks, Bengan, if you're watching this. He was the one who just suggested to me. Why not try the satellite background maps for ATS as well? Yeah, it's a good point. I just never thought of it before. British Columbia before Hawaii and Alaska. Oh, I don't even know how to think that far ahead. The game will have all the states. Yeah, I'm not so sure how long, if we can even get to finish the US or even finish half of it. I hope so. Hey, thanks for the bits, Ninja Squirrel. Welcome back. How have you been? So how have you guys been? What have you been doing? You're still in lockdown? Have you finally been able to go out of the house? Bought anything from Steam sale? It is the summer Steam sale now though, as I see from Discord. Myself, I have not been able to go out of the house yet, but we just might this weekend. Just somewhere nearby, somewhere safer. Maybe just have breakfast or something. There you go. There'll always be a market for truck sims. Yeah, that's true. Unless there is a competitor that comes out, which I don't see anyone yet. There has been a new game that released by Aerosoft, or published by Aerosoft. Trucking and Logistics, was it? I saw it. Jay also posted it in the Discord, if you're interested. It looked a bit arcadey. I didn't dive into it so much. I just looked at the video that they came up with. Oh, I almost forgot. This truck, this engine has the most powerful booming Jake brake. Let's open the windows so you can see. A strange thing, I am getting frame drops. Like, I think I'm probably at the 30 to 40 FPS range right now. Although none of my threads, none of my GPU isn't maxing out. None of my threads are maxing out. Yeah, I saw this weird behavior recently in 138 beta. Maybe there is some incompatibility with the NPI settings. Oh, look at that. Ooh, low rev. What is Nata? Singapore traditional breakfast. Oh, definitely. Yes. That was our favorite before we entered the semi-keto diet. Nowadays though, that semi-keto diet never gets fulfilled, but it's, before that, yes, that is one of our favorites. Soft-boiled eggs, kaya toast, and everything. If that's what you're referring to. Stop here on the red sign is in English. Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's because it's a random event. And I don't think we have any customized random events. Good catch. Ah, Nutella. Yes, definitely. Try to avoid it because it's not the healthiest. But yeah, whenever I have it, it's a nice happy food. Or happy spread, I should say. There we go. Frame rate is stabilizing. And this is what I love about Natural Lux. You almost don't even notice it. Sorry, Project Next-Gen. Because it's so natural. Doesn't have any fancy lighting. Just almost default with a twist. Speaking of graphics mods though, I bought a new one again. I finally was able to buy the JBX graphics too. It's pretty pricey. 1550 euros at the very least. Let's weaken the sounds just a bit. That one. It is quite pricey, and the visuals are quite nice though. It's very, how do you say, it's not as natural looking, but it does look very vibrant, and it's like there's an Instagram filter, so it looks very nice. It's just not as natural, I think. Very nice engine sounds. Cat 3406E. Straight pipe, I think. It's a spread, I use a spoon. Good point. Best way to eat it. They've covered a good portion of the country. Yeah, I wish it could be faster, but we work with what we have. Dips his finger and eats it directly. Another one of those I like that is the Milo powder. Love just getting a spoon and getting a whole bite in. Local food isn't very healthy, yeah, I know, right? It's very good though. Very affordable as well. There we go. Jake brakes. If ever you were craving for some of those. How much? Yeah. 15.5 euros. I'm not using it at the moment though, because it is only compatible for 137 right now. So I am using it for ETS2, JBX Graphics 2. And you'll see a video on that on Sunday. I have a very long silent trucking episode. So we go through all the times of the day and you see how JBX Graphics 2 will look each of those times. And you let me know in the comments or in Discord what you think about it, if you like to continue with that or if you like to change it. After a while I got used to the visuals and I really liked it. Yeah, it might not be to everyone's preferences. People recommend it to me though. I think that is one of the most recommended mods to me based on the comments from the videos I had recently whenever I asked about graphics mods. 50 euros. That's too expensive. My cheapskate self won't be able to survive that. Milo is a chocolate malt kind of drink. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Do you guys have Milo over where you are at? Maybe it's different, Ovaltine or something similar. JBX has that white and grayish tint. White and grayish tint. Are you referring to JBX Graphics 2 or the JBX that's the reshade filter? So I'm referring to the JBX Graphics 2. Which is not a reshade filter, it's an actual mod with all the road textures, vegetation textures, and the actual skyboxes and lighting. JBX Graphics 2. Okay. Facebook selling a P389 for 105. Sold several. Wow. Vegetation. You might see a lot more grass on the roads. For some reason, it looks like this latest update, this latest build from the beta. I'm not sure if that's intentional, but it seemed to mix up many of the vegetation models, and the result is we get more grass or bushes on the road. I don't mind it though, it looks quite natural. But we'll see later, maybe it gets too much. Oh, that looks so good. As long as we don't fall off it at least. Let's take a photo here before I fall off. Hey Calvin! Welcome back. How have you been? There are actually cars right behind us, waiting for us to finish. 105, my goodness. Ovaltine, you have that. Okay, that one you're familiar with. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. What the heck was that? There you go. Yep. Sold and sold. Noticed more grass through the roads too. Hey Seth. Which one? The $105 Peterbilt? My goodness. Too much truck. Doing good, Calvin. Feeling a bit better. Not as burnt out anymore. But I still would need that vacation. I am surviving bit by bit. Great to hear, Hud. Yeah, I hope we can help each other. Lighten up the mood and cheer ourselves up a little despite all the happenings. This road is too tight. It's Mexico for you. Lost my gear. There it is. My goodness. I have not been to Mexico yet. Actually quite interested if I turn off Project Next Gen, will my frames get better? Because yeah, my GPU is not maxing out, but I'm getting that. Or maybe the anti-aliasing is what I can remove. For science. I'll leave you guys to experiment with that. Or maybe we'll accidentally experiment with it too. Who knows? I fall off. There's a way of making NL work. With 137, maybe. I think you can manipulate the file somewhat. Delete the manifest file or something like that from inside the archive. But with 138, I have my doubts. We haven't seen any Mac Anthem yet, have we? I have, don't go. What kind of experience did you have? Why so many random events? Do you record while listening to other stuff? Almost always. It's always silent. But just yesterday, I figured out a way how to listen to podcasts while recording, and the podcasts don't get included in the recording. Apparently, that's possible. So I think I will start doing that. Well, it depends. If I'm testing out the sound mod in particular, then it's important I don't play anything else over it. Can't use on 138, that's what I would expect. I tried the JPX graphics too here in 138 and it just got green skies, so yeah, it doesn't work. There are too many lighting changes in 138, I guess. We're actually getting very bright daytime here. Not often we see that in Project Next-Gen. Jump scare into the video. I'm not that brutal. Maybe for April Fools. Firkin made the patch for graphics to work in 138. Ah, that's good. Yeah, based on the votes. Remember that vote that poll I made with the different graphics mods and vote which one you like best? I think Patcholux was top. What was that? Maybe a rest area. Patcholux was the top, followed by realistic graphics mod by Firkin. And then by Project Next-Gen, I think. So it's quite interesting seeing a lot of fans of the realistic graphics mod. It was not really my cup of tea. I did not like so much the filter, like the haze. But yeah, I guess it's if you get used to it, or maybe some people like it from the start. And maybe the ease of use is also a big plus, because many people actually stick to the mods in the Steam Workshop for simplicity. I can totally understand that. Automatic updates, no need to go through those shady ad-filled download sites. So it's safer. Hey Mike, how are you? Glad you made it again. Welcome back. Now waiting for PN. What is PN? Sorry. Project Next-Gen. Dal message Krill and he's doing good. Ah, that's great to hear. That's great to hear. Hope he comes back soon. But good to hear that he's doing well. Thanks for sharing. How are the changes in 138? They're okay. They're mostly harmless with regard to the mod impact. So the modders will like that. Minimal changes necessary, I think, except for the graphics mods, the weather mods. But I was hoping for more. Better anti-aliasing in particular. I hope they can still squeeze that in. Because my expectations kind of ballooned when they said that with 137 they'll be doing sound updates, and that's what they did with Fmod, overhaul the entire thing. And they said with 138 they are leveraging more the DirectX 11 migration we did a couple of patches back. So I was hoping that they would add more graphical improvements, and they did add one, SSAO. But I think it's a very small thing in the hype. The expectation got built up more than what is being delivered so far. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they have something up their sleeve still. We'll see. A lot of these rest areas are actually for passing. So buses and trucks pull over. Ah, yeah, that's a good point. That might be. That might be. It's going to be very cautious of them though. It would be nice if they are decent people like that. Hey Dave. Yep, I think that is in the title. If you can see it. I think I maintained it there if I remember correctly. C2C. C2C is getting better and better, but yes, it is a mod, it is a map mod, so all the complications that come with map mods are included in there as well. So it's up to you if you want to risk it. Maybe try it on a different profile to be on the safer side. If you Google ATS 138 SCS blog, you'll be led to the blog post for it, and then they have instructions how to enable the beta. It's not yet official, so there might be more bugs, so try at your own risk. I tried Reshade before and it's great, but with the profile inspector tweaks, Reshade is not compatible anymore. Anywhere has more courteous drivers than Singapore. Really? Singapore drivers aren't courteous? How so? Hey cowboy, thanks. Glad you made it to the stream. How are you? There you go. Thanks a lot, Alex. Checkpoint maybe? Yeah, looks like. Looks pretty shady. Good to hear, cowboy. In Singapore, turn signals are an accessory. Pedestrians and cyclists are all hated by drivers. Yeah, it's not like in... where was it? Well, it is a bit more civilized, but still not as courteous as in... Where was that? Was it Europe? I think in Europe. Or in the US even. Where pedestrians are really given priority. And cars would stop. Even if you're just standing on the pedestrian lane. Still boggles my mind every time I see it. Like we would always enter into this dance. If I'm the pedestrian and there's a car that stops, we would enter into this dance of like, oh, you go first, oh, you go first. Because they would expect me to move already. And I would expect them to go over because I'm the pedestrian and where I grew up. In the Philippines, pedestrians are like just hazards on the road. And because the cars are bigger, cars should get priority. Like I'm bigger than you, I go first. And so that's my kind of mentality. So whenever a car passes by, even if I'm on the pedestrian lane, I would stop for all the cars. But then if you're in a different country, the cars would stop for you, so we end up both stopping and we end up trying to gauge each other who's going first, and that just leads to even more delays. So I bet the drivers hate me even more for that, but I can't wrap my head around it. In Singapore, I still get that. I get that more often than in Manila at least. But it's a bit like in the middle. Sometimes they give way, sometimes they don't. Depends on the driver. Or they give way begrudgingly. Yeah. On one end, the constant updates are nice, but it always has a negative impact on the mods and all the modifications, the customizations, unofficial modifications. But that's the price we pay for progress. There we go. People never give way and always cut you off casually. Basically very impatient. Yeah. Kind of fits the profile. You tend to not need a lot of waiting in Singapore, so I guess people are expecting more to get fluid traffic flow, and when they don't, then they can easily get impatient. Makes sense. Better than China. When the car stops, you can see the guy revving his engine. Very impatient. Can't wait for you to get past. Let's take a nice drone shot here. The sunset. Oh yeah, anywhere you take a shot is beautiful. That kind of looks nice, doesn't it? I can get behind that. Europe reskin mod by Murphy. No, I haven't heard of it. What does it change? Exactly, truckers would win every time. In a non-civilized society, it makes the most sense, right? Bigger you are, the higher your priority. This truck, W900, is on MP, but not as beautiful as this, because this is like with improvements on the textures, additional devices and everything. So you won't get as nice as this, but you will get the base truck. Supposed to be a good alternative to File. So it mostly changes vegetation. I haven't seen it yet. Interesting. Isn't Murphy probably mixing people? Is he part of the Pro Mods team? Or at least I think he's one of the prominent members in the modding community. I've heard his name before. I think we can start sleeping here, so we can probably explore when the visibility is better. Just need to find the rest area. Probably that empty space right there. Vegetation and road textures. Ah, nice. It does all the maze map and all their DLCs. Cool. Well, currently for road textures and vegetation, I'm using Project Next-Gen, the Photorealistic Experience. I really like it. Very high quality roads. So I'm pretty happy with that. So one sec, guys, let's do an experiment, okay? Because I'm expecting this will still be... Wow. Didn't expect it to be that dark. But okay, so it's still pretty laggy. And if I open the benchmark here, yeah, you can see all the stutters. 40 FPS, but stuttering like crazy. Let's do a little bit of test. Because it might be the NVIDIA profile inspector settings maxing out my system. And as you can see there, GPU is only 78%. If you look at all the CPU threads, nothing is hitting 90% even, but still I'm getting lag. And I have gotten that level of lag before. Wait a minute, I'm thinking. Could it have something to do with VSync? I doubt it. I doubt that will change because I am in windowed mode anyway. So VSync should be part of it by default. Yeah, it's not the one. But it would be nice if you could drive smoother. Okay, so I'll try something. We need 75. Yeah, I encountered this phenomenon in NVIDIA Profile Inspector settings if I'm using 4X, but now I toned it down, so it shouldn't be this much. Maybe it just depends on the amount of detail in the map. Let's try it. Okay, this will be a good comparison as well. So what I'll do is I will remove the Profile Inspector tweaks, and then we'll go with the default graphics, and we can compare if you notice any difference in terms of frame rate, quality, anti-aliasing, and you let me know, okay? And now you are seeing the stream, which is very low quality compared to the real thing, but it's the best we can offer at the moment. Have a look here. Yeah. All right. Yes, there is a big difference. NPI and NVIDIA control panel. You cannot do as much as in the profile inspector. Thanks, Alex. Hey, Zoc. Welcome. How are you? There we go. Okay, so with the tweaks gone, we'll have to up the graphics on our own. Usually I would go with 200% scaling, Ultra SMAA, and this is the new thing, the SSAO. Put that to high to get better shadows. And then let's compare how much frame rate we'll be getting. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, look at my GPU. It's getting more maxed out, 94%. But yeah, we're not getting capped. So there must be something conflicting with NPI. Not quite sure yet, but okay, we'll go with the default. So, does it look better? Can you tell? One sec. Let's see how much time we have. 32 hours. Oh, and if you haven't seen this yet, you have this navigation setting now, where if you have trip distance, that entire trip distance, but if you put a custom waypoint like that, you see the next check. Oh yeah, my face is blocking it. Then, but you can see a little bit of it. Next checkpoint distance. We'll use that later. Okay, so trip time 40 hours. I think that's not accurate anyway. I think we can just advance the time by a bit. Let's set it to 7. There you go, at least we have a little bit of light. And I also get lag now. Even actually, performance is worse. 31 versus 45. Yeah, yikes. So it looks like NPI does even a better job. Interesting. So I am maxing out somewhere, just don't know where it is. 138 broke everything for you. Yeah. Let's try disable SSAO if that will help. The Project Next-Gen graphics help a lot. Ah, it's SSAO. It is SSAO. Look at the difference of frame rate there. Although still lags a bit. 58. Clumsy guinea pig. I know, right? Yes. I like testing these things. I like getting into the details and discovering the sweet spot. And I love sharing them too. There you go. So, it looks better, I guess. It's not as obvious, but if you like look at before and after photos, look at what I showed in the video and what SCS has in their blog, you'll see the difference immediately. Yeah, I don't think we'll stick with this. So for now, what I can do is just go back to profile settings. So yeah, it's still true that NVIDIA Profile Inspector tweaks give you better frame rate and better anti-aliasing compared to the default. Yeah, let's just disable that for now. And I will re-enable NPI. Seconds per frame. Nowadays, Barcelona has become a lot more frame friendly. I don't get as much problems with it anymore as in the initial release. That looks good. I think we are good there. Yes. Okay. I guess we'll have to leave it for now. Yeah, I guess it's the number of shadows because NPI also has some SSAO. It's just not as good as the SCS SSAO, but it's there. So I guess it is slowing down the system a bit as well, just not as extreme. There it is. Actually, no, it's almost the same frame rate, huh? Very weird. Very weird. Anyway, well, I guess we'll drive with that for now. I'll have to live with it. Maybe this is just a very laggy area. NPI versus NVIDIA panel. There is no comparison for them. I don't think you can do anything with NVIDIA control panel. It's not the AA settings that you might be looking for. And for NPI, you can refer to Beng and Jay's article. He does a better job explaining it than I do. If you need the link, I can share with you. But yeah, I don't think I can help much more than that. Blame it on the non-fuso. That's the culprit. Frame rate seems to be smoother now though, more consistent, less stuttery. That's good. Maybe just needed a refresh or something. Yep, that one, Alex. I have been posting a lot of things there. When 138 came out, I posted a lot of tests and screenshots. Hopefully that helps out Beng and Jay and JH Trucker, because I'm looking for the perfect SSAO settings also. Haven't found it yet for NPI. There you go. Thanks a lot, Alex. There are a lot of instructions there. So it is more for the technical oriented people. Some people find that too overwhelming, and that's perfectly understandable. That is why you can stick with the in-game graphics settings. But if you're feeling like it, feel free to try. Yeah, big full expedition is the best way to put it. When do I decide the game for Wednesday? Wednesday morning. This is why I can't do announcements, because I'm very bad at planning. Now usually I would decide based on what happens, based on several factors. I would look at what updates have come out for each game. I would look at my own feelings, what I'm most excited about, and then I would weigh those things. Sometimes I get lucky that there's a new update and I'm super excited for something. Sometimes it's a mix, but yeah, that's how the process goes. So usually I decide only something by Wednesday morning. Very professional. But then in a creative process, cannot pre-plan these things so much, because you really need a lot of heart, you know. The emotion is what drives most of the creative stuff, in my opinion. So it has to be there, and the emotion can always change. It's very finicky, so it has to be at the very last moment. Hey Thor, long time indeed. How are you? Have you still been trucking often? Hangover. I only watched the first one, I think. There are 3 movies now, right? I think I only watched the first one. Fun movie. You've had one. I'm sure you've had more than one. Oh my goodness. I think I told this story before, but I think my worst hangover was when we were in Japan. When we went to Tokyo back in 2017, I think. It was my Mrs. Clumsy and our wedding anniversary. We were in Tokyo, and we just so happened to meet our friends there from college. So my thesis mate, my close friend from college, we met there, all from different countries. Us from Singapore, that other friend has migrated to Canada, and I have a friend who lives in Cebu in the Philippines. And we all just met in Tokyo because I guess it was the cherry blossom season, so lots of tourists. And we just caught each other on Facebook like, oh, you're also in Tokyo? Let's meet up. And so we met up, we had drinks, we had videoke, karaoke, got super drunk, and it was one of the worst hangovers we've had. The hard thing about it was our flight the next day, so we really had no choice but to get up and get to the airport, and we were like walking like zombies all the way. This is so bad. Couldn't even remember how I got home. I think we took an Uber home, but the details are blurry. I think it's the instinct kicking in. Fun times. We had so much fun there though. Getting drunk in Japan. Oh, that's an experience. Got your truck license. Wow. Nice. Congrats, man. Awesome. You're taking it to the next level. GG. The streamer, you mentioned this story last night. Oh wow. Super cool. How coincidental. It's like fate. Let's take a photo here. Let's try to see if there's a nice scenery. European reskin. Is that in the SES forums? I might try it out to try and replace the Project Next Gen stuff. Although the JBX graphics too, that also has its own textures, and I'm not so sure what it changes. I think it just changes some of the the lighting. Tones them down a bit so it doesn't look too shiny and overexposed, something along those lines. But it's not like overhauling the entire texture package. Man, that looks good. Merch. Come on, kick in. There you go. Did anyone answer anything about Murphy, where we've seen him from? His name is very familiar. Clumsy and drunk. Even clumsier than usual. Not a good combo. And yeah, the fact that it happened only 3 years ago, I thought I would never get that drunk anymore. I thought I was past those days. Yeah, I think it was worth it. Oh my goodness. It's so hard to float gears when you're risking hanging on an uphill. Ah, Romania map, I see. There you go. Isn't he the one from Pro Mods then? He's the one making the Romania map. Thanks. Who is Alex's twin brother? AlexeyP? Alexandru Alex. Lots of Alex counterparts in different countries. You would love to see me drunk. Yikes. This weekend I might get drunk. Just bought 2 bottles of wine, should be arriving on Saturday. But we won't be drinking them at the same time. One at a time only because they're too expensive. Singapore has a good way of keeping you sober. Because alcohol is super expensive, you really try to regulate it. The sin tax is real. Exactly. I think that was done on purpose. Double lines, but the AI doesn't follow them, is a very accurate representation of real life, I would imagine. Sake, yes. We also have some nice bars here in Singapore with very high quality sake, I've read. We've tried one. It's different flavors and stuff. It's nice. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. It's a good change. Hey bot, glad you made it, man. How's trucking going? Have you been trying out something? I can imagine, Thor. Thanks for watching. How high? I'm not sure the exact percentage, but let me say it this way. Let me try and remember. We ordered a bottle of, forgot what it was, way back. I think it's Patron, but the coffee flavor. We ordered one from a bar here in Singapore because it was my friend's birthday. And I think we saw the same bottle in the airport where it's tax-free at one point. And it was like 4 times the price, if I remember correctly. But for sure, the bar itself had a huge markup. But on top of that, the sin tax was there. So I'm not sure which part is which. But that's a good representation of how much the prices go up. A bottle of wine here, a cheap bottle of wine with, I guess, passable taste if you're not very much an wine connoisseur like I'm not. Pretty basic. For me, I can hardly tell the difference, so it's good for me. But the cheapest one you can get is around $20. $20 is what? I guess 15 USD? 1.5 a bottle? As the cheapest one. So I guess if you know anything about wine, you would stay away from that stuff. But if you're ignorant like me, it's all the same. So it benefits me. ATS 2 has Steam still until July 9. Nice. There you go, guys. Thanks for the announcement, Alvin. Most imported spirits and liquors also have this tax of 88 per liter of alcohol. 60 milliliter excise tax. There you go. How far is the bar from my house? Well, we have a local bar nearby. We can walk to it in like 15-20 minutes. We are excited to go back to it soon. It has reopened since phase 2. But during the circuit breaker, the lockdown, we have been ordering from them. They have been doing deliveries, and we've been trying our best to support them so they don't close, and so we can get good food and good drinks. And that's my excuse. That's why my food budget is way negative now. I think we've spent almost double the usual amount we spend for food this month. My goodness, so many deliveries. And I make that as an excuse that I'm supporting the businesses, but I'm just lazy. Oh my goodness, that guy, super fast. And he's floating. JBX mod is good, except their moon in the night sky looks like the sun at night. I see. Yeah, I saw that once. I liked it because it looked like a full moon, but I guess it's always a full moon in that case. Didn't really like it. That's usually how it is. When you're on the younger side of the spectrum, alcohol just tastes bitter or it's not appealing at all. But once you start getting more ripe, age-wise, it kind of gets its appeal. Either for the comfort it brings, the taste, your taste buds change, things like that. I had the same experience before. I tasted beer. It's like, this is just bitter. Why do people drink it? And now it's like, wow, beer. High taxes. That's why he makes his own tequila. Exactly. Not going to do 138 beta until it's close to release. Yeah, it's pretty stable, I would say. We are in 138 beta and we are in a fully modded profile, and like 9 out of 10 mods are working. So I would say compared to other versions, this update is pretty friendly to mods. So sure if that's a good or bad thing, because that also means there might not have been that many changes, so not as many updates. One sec, I'll look back on the chat once the events here start toning down a little. Yeah, how do people get addicted to this stuff? Exactly. I think it's a social thing, and then after the social thing, the comfort it brings kind of sticks to you like a habit, like a response, like a certain cue. Government is pretty creative in earning money. Yeah, I think Singapore is very good money habits as an institution. Very good habits of investing, saving money. It's one of the governments that doesn't have debt, right? Like the extra money it gets, it kind of invests and gives back. I remember there is this, what do you call it, SSB, Singapore Savings Bonds. Usually bonds are like a loan. Like the government loans money from people and pays them back higher. But usually governments do that because they need money. And the Singapore government, I don't think, from what I know, they don't really need it. They just do that program to help people. That's at least how I understand it. Oh, that looks so crisp. Thanks, Thor. Appreciate it. Have a good night and congrats again. Catch you next time. Catch you on YouTube. Maybe I'll see you in one of the comments. Base game and DLCs are pretty cheap on sale. Go get it, guys. If you're missing something, now's the perfect time. And speaking of that, what else have you gotten over the Steam sale? I have not set my eyes on anything yet, but maybe you guys can tempt me. The Traffic Maniac truck mods don't work in 138. Oh, don't they? Well, they were not making an error, but you're right. I have not noticed any classic cars. Yeah, or is it sports cars? When we get back on the highway, let's try and observe that. John Ruda's highway killer would crash going into El Centro, Mexico, no matter what. Interesting. Yeah, that shouldn't be related to trucks. CPF gets controversial sometimes. If I had CPF, I would definitely utilize it. I wouldn't complain at all. I mean, it's a forced match. Goodness. It forces your employer to match your salary to a point. That's as best as you can get. Free money. I mean, you can't access it yet, but I mean, that's still your money. Then you get some guaranteed returns. You can get high rates of return or use it for your housing or something like that. My goodness. It's such a good program, but I guess everything can be improved. So people are expecting more. Some people. Creating a new profile for beta. I wonder if that fix is still needed or if they fixed it already. Hey Cold, welcome back. How have you been? Thanks for joining. Budget surplus, there you go. That's very rare in governments, I would think. A budget surplus. And the taxes are very reasonable. I remember when I first moved to Singapore, my taxes in the Philippines and my taxes in Singapore, I think, are almost the same in terms of the rate if you convert the currency. But I'm earning like 2 times or 3 times more here. So that's how much the tax difference is. Granted, the expenses here are 2 or 3 times as well, so it kind of evens off the savings. Well, not really, it's still better savings here, but the tax rate, my goodness. And what you get out of it, it's like so worth it. If you have an older profile and switch to the beta, it will work. So they haven't fixed that yet. Interesting. I think they fixed that already. Wasn't that the one that I think Max replied to that, and they said it's about like an index out of bounds in the custom color palette or something, user palette, and I think they fixed that now. That was one of the updates in one of the recent builds, but I'm not sure if that's the only thing that was causing the crash. There are new restrictions. That makes sense. I saw a lot of discussion about traffic and the difference in the file structure that Sipinho was involved in, and Sipinho is the guy behind the real traffic density. So yeah, makes sense. I think they use different tags now, stuff like that. Housing and healthcare, my goodness. That is so helpful. I mean, me, as a foreigner, I don't get any employer match. I don't get any guaranteed rates of return, so it's up to me to invest and do my own stuff. And if you're not financially savvy, you won't even know these things, so you're losing out on a lot. So that's why I really appreciate what the government has in store, even if it is forced. I think it's a good program. That's a very nice skybox. Love it. Only certain trucks with certain trailers. No more odd combinations. I heard them commenting that the truck and trailer combo seemed more reasonable now. To be honest, I didn't notice it. I guess that's true. Oh yeah, definitely. Your buying power would definitely increase. Although recently we've gotten such huge spikes in inflation in the Philippines, so I guess it's not going to be as powerful anymore, your money. But you should still be able to buy more stuff compared to if you're here. Like twice as many, I guess, or a little less. I think in the US it is equivalent to the 401k from the employers. If you have a 401k plan, that's equivalent to the CPF in Singapore. Not 1:1, but it's the closest thing, where you have an employer match and everything, but the CPF is more on the government and it's forced, and the employer is required to match it. In the US, I think it depends on the employer how much they will match, and some don't even match at all, something like that. And then here also, they don't tax capital gains, unlike in the US. So it's very beneficial for investing. Yeah. Pretty heavy. Because of the exchange rate. Hasn't the US dollar been declining recently though? Not sure how it compares with SGD. Are you guys deaf yet? With the volume? I've gotten quite used to it. It's quite loud though. Doesn't work with John Ruda's truck. Doesn't also work with the Mac Anthem. Oh, really? What conflicts does it bring? My goodness, that guy's fast. Currency has been weakening too, I see. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Net result is about the same. I've not been keeping up with the currencies nor stocks recently. I just know it's been one heck of a roller coaster ride. Speaking of roller coaster ride, this looks like one. Just coasting along here. Not even stepping on the gas, as you can see in the overlay. do you mean doesn't work with? You mean the truck is still working, you just don't get any additional benefits? Is that what you mean? If so, that's true, yes. The interior exterior reworks does not include the Mac Anthem. That's the first thing I checked because I was wanting to drive that truck today. It includes the original base trucks. It does not include the Mac Anthem nor the International Lone Star. It includes all the trucks before that. So only up to the Volvo VNL in terms of SES trucks. But ideally it shouldn't conflict with John Ruda's Freightliner Classic. "3D interior mod works with the Mac Anthem." Which one is this? Oh, by Kuros. Oh, I haven't seen that. What does it add? Frame rate is finally stabilizing. I guess those mountains must be pretty framey with all the bushes. Driving through these bends. It's like you lose track of time while you're here in the mountain pass. It's just you and the next immediate bend in front of you, the next hairpin, one hairpin at a time, and you just lose track of everything, how far I am from the destination, what time it is. Just focus on your revs, focus on your gear. It's just you, the truck, and the hairpin. I love it. Looks like the roads are settling down. How are we on fuel? Fuel is on the upper right dial, second from the right. Halfway there, that's okay. Using it on the 900 now. Ooh, which one do you like better? The interior exterior reworks by AlexeyP or that 3D interior mod by Kuros? Kuros' name makes me remember this very famous Japanese director, Kurosawa. There's an ETS2 version as well. Nice. You like the 3D interior mod doesn't hit your frames as hard. That's actually a good point. I haven't checked the number of triangles here. I was expecting it's the same, because if you're only changing the textures, it shouldn't change much the number of triangles, I think. But I do seem to have more lag, even if it's an SCS truck. So maybe the interior reworks really change it. Thanks, I'll have a look at that. Does it work with both? Like, you put AlexeyP's below and you put the one from Kuros above, so you get the Kuros interior, but you get all the additional accessories from the one by AlexeyP. Thanks, Alex. You are a treasure trove of mods. And look at that lighting. Looks so real. Very subtle. I have my doubts too. Oh yeah. Oh! So pretty violent speed bump. Take a photo as we cross this bridge. Does it add any accessories, Alex? This 3D interior mod? Or does it mainly change the look, the textures? I'll try that later. Or when I drive next. Thanks. There it is. Yeah, my only, how do you say, regret whenever I use Project Next-Gen Weather is it's harder to take a photo because it's not as photogenic. Sometimes it's too natural, so it's not very dramatic. Not like when you're using natural lux, when everything is like wow, you know, amped up and really like a how do you call those things? Postcard, like a postcard. Here it's more daily living, so I have to edit it to make it into a thumbnail and stuff like that. But I guess it's a fair trade. Alright, thanks. But maybe it is more frame friendly. That ATS to interior mod will help a lot. Because I was looking for an interior mod, especially for the Volvo FH. Because Eugene's isn't compatible yet, if I remember correctly, with 137. Alex is on a roll indeed. Why are we so slow here? 19 miles per hour. Probably 30 kilometers. Okay. Just chillin'. Have you decided to buy X-Plane yet, Rohan? Once you get into it, it's going to be all over. See you in a few months. Still haven't seen a Mac Anthem, interestingly enough. What's the tag for? No 75 guarantee. Yeah, it doesn't work. 75 in X-Plane is a luxury. 60 is a luxury, although much better now with Vulcan, but still. So anyone bought anything in the Steam sale? I have not received any temptations yet. Goodness, this truck is the slowest guy ever. Must be a lot of ketchup in there, or a lot of cheese, whichever it is. What time is it? 6:30 in the evening, looks like. Please turn left. Come on. Steam ran out of games. Oh no. You guys eyeing anything? Oh yo, they did turn left. Wow. Very suddenly, but I guess I'll take that. R factor 2. What is that? Haven't switched to the path yet. Still enjoying the Iveco. Hey Tyrone. Welcome back, man. How are you? What have you been busy with these days? Ooh, what city is this? Oh no, I think it's a refinery of sorts, or a mining thing. So what graphics mod are you guys using at the moment? I heard Alex is using default. Is that thanks to 138? Or is that by choice? NL, Rohan is using NL. There we go, finally. Something even. You got the game right before the sale. Oh my goodness, that hurts. It overrides the gear changing sounds. Oh right, yes, you mentioned that. I haven't tried it yet. I think the gear sounds have been improved with the latest ETS2 update. I don't find it cutting off anymore. And I have been using the Allison transmission recently for the Iveco, so I don't even get any gear sounds at all, gear shifting sounds, because it's real automatic. Whoa, booming. Default graphics mode at the moment. Default is good. Yeah, if you're a fan of default graphics, I highly recommend Project Next-Gen. It's almost the same thing, just with slightly improved clouds. This is actually very nice, the one at the back here. Let's take a photo. Clouds at the back are nice. Hard Space, Shipbreaker. Ooh, what's it about? Ships, any chance? Hey this, yes indeed, it is the interior-exterior reworks by AlexeyP. He has released an update for it, and it looks to be working perfectly with 138. Phew. In ATS, it also enhances the XPS Auto Car. Nice. You have to disassemble spaceships to pay off $1 billion. Wow. So is it like a car mechanic simulator kind of gameplay? Make it through. Yes. Thankfully, that has a very long yellow light. Who's the longest time viewer? Let's check if people would know. Who do you guys think it is? The oldest guy in the group. In terms of stay in the channel. I still don't know this twin brother. The most ripe. Oh, this is how an engine should sound like. I can't remember which one he updated. Was it the DC or the AT? Can't even remember their difference, but they are different trucks. Cut it up with lasers and put the bits in the correct connectors. Ah, nice. That's an interesting mechanic. The more normal looking one. Ah, yes, I think I get what you mean. More normal looking one. Makes sense though. Let's close the windows. It's going to get pretty noisy soon. What do you think of the new SSAO? I really like it, but I'm actually not using it. Because together with the SSAO that is very nice, comes the anti-aliasing default, which is not very nice. And I'd rather have the NVIDIA Profile Inspector taking care of the anti-aliasing. But that means it handles the SSAO as well. Because I tried and you cannot mix it. I have a couple of posts about that in the ROX forums for the NVIDIA Profile Inspector. I'm going to call it NPI from now on, guys, okay? If you don't know NPI, just ask me about it. Just so it's easier for me. So yeah, NPI. So right now we can't really see it. Because for me, AA is much more important than SSAO. Older than dirt. Oh my goodness. Like the mummy levels? Wrapped in bandages and everything. Almost 34. It's not that old. I'm 34. Dirt is your younger brother. We actually have a lady in her 60s watching in the YouTube channel. She gives very nice comments and she enjoys the trips. She is going through the what do you call it? The old playlist, the old videos. It's nice to see her comments and her take on it. And she's also playing ATS. Super cool. I think we should get some sleep, get some nice views in, but this is nice. A change in pace, so we're not constantly struggling with the bends anymore, and I can focus more on chat, and we get smoother frame rate. Sometimes not voluntarily. Yikes. Oh, no. So that's what the sign was for. Thanks, Jack. Does it have MB by any chance? Wonder what games I'll be playing. Oh no. Disminuya su velocidad. Ow! I deleted it. What a blocker. Interestingly enough, we didn't get any way station requirement. Maybe that's a voluntary way station. That's cool. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Sorry if I missed anybody. I think someone followed as well a while ago. Thank you for joining. And feel free to say hi in chat. The letter D is pronounced like th in that. So that Disminuya. The letter D in between vowels. Ah, to Velocidad? That. That's it. But the TH in that is very close to D, like the normal D pronunciation. I think my tongue can distinguish between those two. Second is like normal D. I guess I would need to hear it to understand the difference. I can sleep here. Jake, break and wake everybody up. Both are accent, don't usually pronounce TH anyway. Yeah, for me those are the same. The TH in that is just like a D with a little bit of flair maybe. That flair is not obvious enough in how I pronounce things. Welcome back, Scotsman. Were you on a train trip? Oh my goodness, Scotsman entered and we just hooked to something here. Blame Scotsman and crashed to something at the back. Oh no. There we go. He was in Amsterdam. That one I can't. There we go. First sighting of a Mac in AI. Not moving, but I'll take it. No train. Yes. That is Scotsman's favorite hangout place. If you look at his logs and his deliveries, he always goes there. I wonder why. Oi, can't sleep. You have to detach. There you go. Oh, I think this interior actually has some animated pedals as well. Let's go and check it out. Let me turn off track IR. Let's go and scroll this. Doesn't move though. Oh, it does. There you go. The accelerator moves. The brake moves. Brake pedal moves. Clutch, I'm not sure if that can be seen. I think the shifter also moves. Maybe not. I thought I saw it moving before. Okay, maybe not. He's a real life train. That's the one. Let's see if those stacks will be enough. Let's see something out of him. Can't see something. I love the idle sound of this engine. The constant chugging. Yeah, I think it is, although I've never done it. Depends on the island, but the main ones, yes. My friend who I met in Tokyo, one of them, who lives in Cebu, he did that once already. He, I think, drove from Manila to Cebu. So lots of different islands in between, but thankfully there are bridges. So it's quite a nice road trip, I think. Can't remember how long it took him though. But if you're taking a flight, flying from Manila to Cebu, it should only last like an hour, even less. The flight time. super long drive. Yes, I think it took him... You know what, I'm not so sure anymore. A couple of days maybe? Not sure if he had to rest in between. I'll ask him again when I see him next time. Haven't talked to him in a bit though. Hope he's doing fine. Also, you might notice the steering wheel is a lot more animated. Actually steers by default for 1800 degrees instead of the usual 900. Some people might like that, some people might not. It is customizable. You can change some settings in the files. But for me, I like it personally. It looks more real. There we go. Good morning. Maybe we can get to Las Vegas and explore the new areas. I haven't gotten into the city proper yet. Proyecto? Not sure what it means. Much more rational layout now. From what I've seen so far, it looks great. But I've only passed through it using the highway, the interstate. So I haven't entered the city itself. I think we'll have enough time to do that today. Hopefully, we'll see. Interesting enough, my frames seem worse. I'm not sure if that's because of 138, because of the exterior reworks. It should be much better than this, I think. Train Sim World DLC currently on sale. Oh no. Oh no. I have been driving a lot more recently. Testing out different graphics mods. Testing out 138. And then listening to podcasts along the way. I also purchased an Audible membership. So I started listening to books again. And I got a free month of membership, so that's cool. And I might just, stop my subscription before I have to actually pay anything. Oh, the car is actually invisible at that point. How about that one, Alex? Isn't that from Traffic Maniacs pack? Maybe not. Not so sure. This area looks more plain, not as scenic. Maybe this is one of the older areas in the map. Not even sure. I think this might be Viva, Mexico already. The Traffic Maniac car AI mod still work. Ah, I see. Makes sense because it's the truck and trailer combo that changed. Why are we guys so slow? There's no speed limit here. Do you ever take advantage of those YouTubers? What do you mean? I hope not. Ah, I do, but I found that for those promos, it's not really like exclusive to the YouTubers who have it. Like even if you just register straight from the website, you get those same 2 free months, for example. So it's not as unique. But if it supports them in some way, then that's great. I'd gladly do so. Yeah, I haven't encountered an exclusive offer yet. Although if you're getting a Tobii eye tracker, I remember I had a promo. They made a promo code for me. Not sure if it's still valid. I can find it if anyone's interested. But I think Fox on the Box has the same promo. They made one for him as well. This guy is super slow, just enjoying the breeze. Well, I'll give him a breeze. Breeze of my exhaust. Let's try and overtake this guy after this car right here. I'm not sure if this is a bug. Maybe the speed definitions changed as well. And the car has wrong speed limit set now. This is the part of Viva Mexico that speed limits. Ah, there you go. Thanks. Alright, Gold. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good weekend, man. Any potential sponsors? Unfortunately not. I think the first one is the Tobii eye tracker. That is the closest thing. But no actual sponsors yet. There have been a lot of emails about these I forgot what you call them, but these like companies that try to group together YouTubers. I've heard some very shady things about them though, so I try to stay away. I don't like getting I don't like committing unnecessarily, limiting my content freedom and stuff. Zeemod sounds. Zeemod Cat 3406. One of the best out there. Second only to his Detroit Diesel 60 series sounds in my opinion. Hey Delta Boy. Did you read that right? I think so. Thanks for joining. How are you? Supercar convention somewhere ahead. Was it? Of course I didn't notice. Zeemod sounds are my favorite. And that's saying a lot. He doesn't do interior sounds, I think. He only does the actual engine sounds. But yeah, what he has is amazing. Agree with Alex. Best I've ever heard. Bar none. Turbo sounds realistic. So true. Everything is just perfect. Thanks, Hud. I appreciate it. Hope it's able to help you out a bit. Thanks for letting us know. United States of was it? I didn't see. A typo? Maybe I should report that. Part of Viva Mexico is showing its age. Yeah, it does look very different, huh? Very basic compared to Team Reforma levels of recent work. I wonder if Eblem is planning to update this at some point because he has taken over Viva Mexico already, right? Yes, I think Zeemod recorded his own sounds. Recorded it and edited it. Because I think he is a sound engineer by profession, so he sure knows his stuff. And then he learned VOD as well, I think. Checkpoint is super unrealistic. Oh, turbo screams. Oh yeah, definitely. Pay a fee to pass the border. Entrance fee. Just like in an amusement park. Finally in the US, you can get proper speed limit signs. You don't have to translate them, convert them. Close that. You can hear the subtle wind noises coming in. Like there's a gap, there's a small like hole somewhere in the cab. That's part of Zeemod's wind noise sounds. Really like it. That's a bit of novelty. Hey Rox, welcome back, man. How have you been? Huge rework coming to for this part of the map. It is by someone else, but they're working with the Reforma guys. That is great to hear. Yeah, that would make the different levels of the mapping quality. That would match them a bit more. Like here we're getting perfect frames now because there's not much happening. Hello Arizona. Entry fee was 400. Interior looks like in real life. Amazing work by AlexeyP. The Alexes of the world are very good. They will. Unfortunately not. I have no news with it either. I wish I could tell you I had early access, but I don't. If I ever will, we will see. At this moment, I don't. That is, I think, a fair guess. That's usually how it works. When the beta is close to releasing, or when it has just released, is usually when a DLC comes out. Even these Arizona interchanges are looking dated. Yeah. The interchanges from the old content is quite ghastly in some senses, although this one looks nice. But the basic ones, when you enter a city, those look very generic. Super short on and off ramps, I don't like it very much. But this one, for me, this one is not bad. Although what's bad is what's coming up ahead, because there seems like it's suddenly cutting off our lane. So we have to suddenly merge, and that might spell disaster very, very soon. I like this camera mode that I got. Increases the distance, the FOV limits, and increases the speed of your camera. So you can move farther ahead faster. It's not bad at all. I don't have PAS mode enabled at the moment. Not sure if it's compatible at all. Here we go. Oh no! Okay, good. These were safe. And this guy is giving way, thank you. Don't even think about it. There we go. Yeah, makes sense. The on and off ramps have to be super long, so the cars joining in or exiting have a very long leeway to match speeds and whatnot, so it doesn't cause traffic disruption for those which are on the highway already. I know, right? Same for me, That's why I love driving here. It just feels so different, so vast to what I'm used to. Everything is so spacious. Any news on the new video cards, guys? Any new rumors? I am excited to upgrade. Kind of dreading it at the same time because I think I'll have to update more than just the video card. But I think I'll need to make the effort, and after that it will be worth it. You can go all out. Max AA, max resolution, max frame rate. I will be henceforth called Captain 144 or Captain 120. But yeah, right now I'm sticking to 60 FPS and I'm lucky enough if I get there. When the map looked like you could just hop over, ooh, train! Just hop over to Las Vegas from LA for a day trip. Rumored to be in production in August, announcement in September. When will it arrive here, I wonder? Do you have any experience with upgrading or building a PC hub? Because I'm not sure how long it takes when something gets announced in the released in the US, how long before it gets to SG? I would expect a couple of months at least. I'm not so sure. Signs. The signage is very good here. You have all these warnings of how fast you should be driving as you go through these bends. Even though the speed limit itself is 75, there is a recommendation to slow down. Do that in ATS. Actually, Singapore gets stuff quite fast. Nice. A few months is not bad. I guess the prices will be terribly high, but then they always are. And now maybe with Amazon SG, maybe things will get faster. And with all the online resellers. Yeah, definitely agree. The markup on those local units are extremely high. Nvidia stuff is manufactured in Taiwan. Oh yeah, that's quite interesting. I wonder how the supply chain looks like. I wonder if it gets manufactured in Taiwan, gets shipped to the US, and then gets shipped back to the different parts of the world, which seems highly inefficient. So hopefully there is something that comes directly from Taiwan. Be interesting. Hey! Thanks a lot, Ottawa. Appreciate that. Came out of nowhere, GG. Welcome to the community. And thank you for the follow. Someone else followed. Welcome to the channel. Feel free to say hi. Join us in chat. Getting the steering wheel and track IR here. I got lucky with that steering wheel. I got the G27 when it was officially announced to be phased out and being replaced by G29. And everybody was jacking up the prices, but the toy or game store haven't jacked up their prices yet. So I got lucky and I got it at a very reasonable price. Yeah, very expensive nowadays. Running out of fuel, rip. Was kind of hoping we won't need to refuel. We'll see. Can we just get a raid? Hey, thank you for the raid. Hey Madcat, thanks for joining. Unless I got that, it's a wrong signal. Cost of producing it in Taiwan outweighs the shipping cost around the world. Yeah, even if they have to ship it, shipping is relatively cheap compared to the production costs, I can imagine. Yeah, definitely. Although with the world today, I think the world realized something today, and that might be unfortunate for the global economy. People have, especially in the US, I think there is a realization that everything has gotten outsourced, and it kind of cripples the economy in a way if the connections between the countries are severed in some way, like how it was with the pandemic. So because everything is being produced outside the country, and if we have limitations with shipping or moving people or products across the borders because of safety precautions, then that affects all the supply chains. And so I think, I'm not sure if this will push through, but I think the thrust to produce more in the US itself, and that might be true in other countries as well, I think that might become greater. So less outsourcing maybe, we'll see. Yeah. All our stuff is imported from the US, that's true. Slow down a bit here. Get a bit of space. These guys are driving slower than the speed limit. When there was a disruption a few years ago regarding the curry sauce, like the curry sauce and the chicken nuggets in McDonald's. I think I only saw that in Singapore. And maybe Malaysia. Yeah, the Philippines doesn't have that curry sauce. But you mean that even that is included in the... That's coming from the US? It's interesting. Drink! Oh, if only this were beer. Or tequila. Ton of Spanish speakers. Yeah, I guess the closer you are to the border. I guess New Mexico as well. If Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul is any indication. I'm just going to try and push it all the way through to the destination, guys. We'll see if we run out of fuel. So does Florida. Oh, that's true. Mostly in bigger cities. Huge Hispanic population. That's what I heard as well. I think Florida also has a lot of retirees, don't they? Good place to retire at. Tropical weather. California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, and even Utah all used to be part of Mexico. Oh, were they? Wow. Yeah, I know. Very bad at history. When did that change? They did. 1840s. Was that like a war? Or an agreement got sold? Oh, there was a war. Yikes. I see. Tropical weather. I think compared to here, I see. It's the best the US has. Closest thing. So that's Hawaii. Slow down. There you go. That guy barely stopped. Shouldn't you do a full stop before you turn right on red? That's what you guys taught me at least. Yes, I think so. That's why it's Sierra Nevada. Snowy mountains or something like that. Snowy mountain range, maybe. Why is it snowy though? I wonder what the history is behind that. The guy who named it must have had a sense of humor. Florida means flowery or something. Ah, Spanish colony for very long but not part of Mexico. Yikes, I hate this parking. Very challenging, and now with the W900 stacks, it's not going to help much. What's going to help a little is opening the windows. So let's do that. Florida was a Spanish colony. Was it a different country? Or like, it was part of Spain before? But Spanish colony is a different country, right? Just a colony like the Philippines. I think we can do that. Louisiana was a French colony. Montana is actually Montana. Mountainous or something. Ah. Yeah, I'm hitting something. Don't look. Come on, almost there. What am I hitting? This guy, I think. Dang it. There you go. Lots of cattle ranches and farms. There we go. I'll take that. Thank you. That wasn't as hard as I imagined. We got lucky. We made it. This was a long trip. Zeemod's Cat 3406 should be in the mods list. Exclamation point mods. 1 hour late. It's not too bad. Awesome. Let's go and fuel up. Actually, let's go and look for a job first. I want to go to Vegas. Maybe we can find something that passes through. Carson City. That can work. We just have to detour. Yeah, I guess we can go with that. Because otherwise there would be no other place. Everything's going south. We're staying in Arizona. Yeah, let's go with that. 44 meh. I blame the mountainside. Okay, Carson City it is. Taken from the Dutch city of Haarlem. Ah. Ow. New York used to be called New Amsterdam. Previously a Dutch colony. Wow. So much history, huh? I really find that weird. You can actually see the window through that gap below when you move it. I guess that makes sense. Where else would it go? Fuel stop somewhere. Oh, there is one there. Nice. Somewhere along the way. Zeeland, province of Zeeland, Netherlands as well. Ah. Interesting tidbits. Where are we going? Go straight, go left to fuel up and maybe change the engine. Nah, let's drive with this. I'll just fuel up. Just follow the GPS. Perfect timing. That's the best sound. Jake brake inside a cave or under a tunnel. Super echoey Jake brake. The frame rate here is very nice, but then again it's a very simple scenery. Interstate 8 east, so that's headed east. Is that right? Let's see, let's double check. Indeed. Ah, that's nice. East and west distinction. It's very useful. Very nice signage here. No, I turned it off as well. I basically just kept the Team Reforma ones, so I wasn't sure if it was impacted. When I checked it last, there was no hint for 138 yet in minor urban overhaul or pass mod, so I just skipped it. Having problems. Some overlapping areas. Nice. Looking forward to getting back the combo. Fuel. Did I pass it? Yikes. I did pass it, huh? There's one nearby. Let's go there instead. Rip. Goldfish memory. This is why there is a waypoint system, so you don't forget. do that. Like so. Perfect. Very gloomy. Mode Mexico edition is working on 138. Might be. I initially tried loading everything, but got so many errors in the log regarding some mapping stuff that I just gave up on it. And I just removed everything that was not specifically compatible with 138. Yeah, made it. Yeah, all the Team Reforma maps. Viva Mexico, Mexico Extremo, Sierra Nevada, and Chihuahua. I remember this time because there was a waypoint. If there was none, I probably would have missed it again. Go. I'm still missing Drive Safely's sound sequence after you gas up. Viva Gaso. That's the one. Please no. Hey, not a bit. I'm using a wheel. E27 steering wheel. AI is actually waiting. Wow, good job, guys. Very nice behavior there. This really is changes the game so much. I tried recently creating a profile for mouse and keyboard when I'm lazy to install the wheel, but to be honest, yeah, at the end of the day, it's worth the initial effort investment of setting up your wheel because the driving experience is so much better. So nowadays I hardly go back to that profile. Swift, yes, that's the one. Let's get a double trailer. Might be too heavy for a truck though. Let's get a single one. Actually, I'm not sure which one is heavier. Let's see. Packaged foods 18 tons compared to refrigerated double 16 tons. This is actually lighter. Ah. Bob. Of course. I'm not so sure. I guess it would depend on how that pet looks or how that pet behaves. I usually like attributing something that is relevant to them. So as you can tell, I'm more of the on-the-spot kind of guy. I don't like prepping so much. Like even in meetings, even in trainings, I like doing as minimal preparations as possible. That's kind of my personality. I kind of like just winging it. I prepare a little and then I just let the the moment take me. So even if I'm preparing for a presentation at work, I try to prepare some stuff. Some slides, of course, is essential, but then I don't have a script. I just have an outline at most, which is completely opposite. It depends on your personality. Mrs. Clumsy has the opposite personality. She likes having a script. She likes really organized things, so it's a very good balance. So for her, she likes to rehearse stuff and practice stuff beforehand. Very organized manner. So basically, I'm lazy. That's what I'm saying. There we go. Swifting. Nothing more perfect for me than a Swift trailer. Come here, stay. Come here, stay. Oh my goodness. I feel bad for the pets. What the heck is that truck all about? Did you see how they did that? Or how she did that? They slowed down a little and then decided to smash into me anyway. So they slowed down and then, nah, let's just do it. Bam. Perfect. Yeah, very lazy. Don't think they saw you. They did their best not to see me, I think. Swiftly crash now, hey Freightliner. That's the name of the game. Oh, and before I forget, we have to reroute. We have to pass through Vegas, because I am going to miss it. Exactly. Yeah. Now I got a tip saying I think the good view is the 93 northbound. That one I think will work. Boom, called it. It's like he knew what was going to happen, like magic. Yeah, I don't like the preppy stuff. And this is why I also like streams, because with streaming, everything is ad hoc. Everything is in the moment. Although I need to prep, you don't need to prep as much as when you're recording a video and doing editing and writing scripts and doing all that fancy stuff. Yeah, probably not. I would be happy enough if we get to Vegas. I like the signage though. Definitely I'm liking the signage. The landscape is pretty plain looking, but I'm not sure. I guess this place looks like this in real life. Does Arizona look this empty in some areas? North. Just wants to get to the casinos. Yikes. Thanks. Yeah, I kind of like an outline just so I know what I'm going to talk about. And that's why I ask for questions during the time when we had Q&A videos, and then I go off from there. Just let the emotion guide me. Speaking of Q&A, Jay had a lot of questions for me. Still haven't been able to answer them. I have to make a Q&A video soon. So if you guys have questions or topics you want to discuss, or you want me to talk about and expound on or get my take on, feel free to post them. !Discord gets you to the server, and in there is a questions channel. You can post the questions there and I'm lining them up. That's how it goes normally. Mrs. Clumsy plans, and then I say yes. Yes, dear. Have a good night, Scotsman. But we usually plan together. She starts it off, and then I chime in. I give my inputs, and then we follow her decision. Exactly. The formula for success. There you go. Have a good night, Scotsman. Happy training. Is that new? Combine on the road. Interesting. Pizza? Hawaiian. The bad word in pizza. I don't think I am. I am running it in ATS too, but I'm sure not in ATS. To be honest though, I really like it. Usually when Mrs. Clumsy and I order pizza, we'd order two small ones. Because one would be Hawaiian, like a palate cleanser. And one would be like the main flavor. Either that's cheese or meat or anything in between. But as much as possible, we would like a Hawaiian pizza in there for a reset. Right balance. There's Alex farming his field. Don't you guys miss farming yet? It's been a while since we farmed. Small unsub. We would always try and battle that out. I would always try to get two large ones, and Mrs. Clumsy would talk me out of it. No, that's too much. Are you sure large? Fine, regular. I would be able to finish it even if it was a large one, but I'm sure I'll regret it the next day. Yeah. Only thing better than pizza is pizzas. Truer words have never been spoken. Let's take that shot. There's never too much pizza. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oh yeah, that's true. You got the farm panel, then stopped farming. How ironic. Should we go back? Maybe we should start looking for a map and start off fresh. And this time, since we know more stuff, we can do like a friendly competition kind of thing. A friendly competition. Cold pizza? I think I've tried that, but not by choice. Well, not by preference, I should say. I was just too lazy to heat it up. I think I would prefer a warm pizza though. I think. Hey, Slider. Glad you made it. How are you? Welcome back. Always better the next day cold. Hosted in London because your ping was too high. Poor you. Hot pizza with cold cheese. I haven't. How'd that work? Like the cheese would melt in front of your eyes? I've tried like 4 cheese pizza. Oh my goodness, that is one of my favorite flavors. I think that's my favorite flavor. 4 cheese. There are others like 7 cheese, but I mean sometimes it's just marketing. Like the 4 cheese is I can almost imagine the taste. Super salty, savory thing. Yummers. Administering medical care. Oh yeah. Yeah, I miss the pigs. Could have the pizza extremely hot with cold cheese. Why? Why not put the cheese in before you heat it up or something? It's a trend in some places. Oh, is it? Interesting. I've never tried it. Favorite pizza brand? Yeah, there are several types, right? There are some like gourmet pizza from restaurants and stuff. Oh, too fast, too fast. There you go. Made it. And sometimes we try that, but those tend to be more on the expensive side. So I don't really have a favorite gourmet pizza, but the one that's easier, the one that's easy to reach, easy access delivery and stuff. I think our favorite right now is Domino's. I really like the flavor and the dough consistency, and it's very affordable. Lots of promos. And they always give you a one free pizza coupon whenever they're late, and even if they're not late, they give it anyway, so you keep coming back. It's a very tempting offer. Very nice marketing strategy. Yeah, the gourmet ones are expensive, like filled with Parma ham. What's that cheese? The burrata cheese. That's like a huge whipped cream in the middle. Those are very nice, but can get quite pricey and sometimes a bit too expensive for me, for my taste. Like for pizza, I like it more, how do you say, pedestrian, more normal pizza. I feel the grease. Stuffed crust meat feast, please. My favorite pizza, I think, in the Philippines is Yellow Cab. Humongous pizzas with super oily, flavory, feel bad kind of thing. But in the moment, it's amazing. But I think we have Yellow Cab here in Singapore as well, but very rare, and the deliveries are very limited. I think it's not a big chain yet. So we haven't tried Yellow Cab here yet. Rolling up a donut in pizza. I tried rolling up a pizza, you know, that type that you roll up with alfalfa, and that's very nice. But oh my goodness, I would have never thought of that combo. Me too. I do, yes. We would probably order something right after the stream because I would be too lazy to cook and wait till 12. How about you, Had? Which one's your favorite pizza? Domino's, once they came 15 minutes early, still gave you the late coupon. Oh, yeah. No complaints about that. Yes. I remember my first salary when I moved to Singapore. I was living with a few housemates to keep the living expenses lower. So we had one room each, but we were sharing the same flat. I remember when I got my first salary, I treated them to Domino's Pizza. And that has been a staple ever since. Now I want Domino's. Maybe I'll tempt Mrs. Clumsy for the weekend. Yikes. Keto for the win. The opposite. Your favorite still is Domino's too. Nice. Good to see you not alone. Yeah, we tried like Pizza Hut, other pizzas, Sarpino's. One we liked very much before was Papa John's, but I think Papa John's closed already. At least the one here near to us, it closed down. Papa John's had a very strange mix, because it would have this like chili, like this whole chili. Was it chili? And then I would have that butter. Very unique combination. Even when windows are closed, you hear the booming jailbreak. Love it. Papa John's is really good too. Is that US based? Yeah, I was sad when it closed down here. See cheesy combo. Yeah, did not ring a bell for me. Like, oh, don't think that mixes for me. Pizza bomb by 75. Italian and American chains, yes. Oh, that's still a short-term dream that me and Miss Clumsy have. Once maybe a few weeks from now, we'll go out again to that Italian restaurant that we like here. Yeah, very nice menu, like home-cooked feel, nothing too fancy. Nice bottle of red wine, pizza, pasta. Oh, perfect. Used to have Taco Bell, but it closed down as well. Why does Taco Bell get such a bad rep in the US? Like the podcast I listen to, they always make fun of Taco Bell. Like have Taco Bell and see you in the bathroom, or see you in the toilet. Like something along those lines. It's nasty. You hate Taco Bell. Have you tried raw garlic? It's so good. Raw garlic? Well, I've chopped raw garlic. I don't think I've had it. Maybe when I accidentally undercooked something. Try it. Wendy's also closed down. Yikes. Tasty and keeps vampires away. Oh yeah. Works. I think it keeps everyone away, not only the vampires though. If you eat raw garlic. Never tried it yourself. We have Taco Bell in the Philippines too. It was not bad. Guess it was okay. Nothing too memorable. Hey Derek, welcome. Going good? A lot of food talk, making me hungry. Now I'm even more excited for the weekend. I think we will finally get out of the house, just for a little bit at least. Oh crap. The cruise control adjustment doesn't work. In this case, because I'm using manual transmission. Have you guys seen a Mac Anthem yet on the road? We've seen one parked. I haven't noticed one yet. I'll keep my eyes peeled. How close are we to Vegas? Oh, we can use the feature here. One sec, where is it? Vegas, that one. So next checkpoint is in 191 miles. That's going to be in 3 hours. It's not going to be good for the lighting. But what I can do is I can pause here and I can click this button. And it will show me the next waypoint, which is Vegas. So Vegas is 190 miles from now. That's a new feature they have. That huge pillar makes it seem like you aren't pulling any trailer. I just ran that stop sign. What stop sign? Oh, that one? Whoops. Really? Lucky. Oops, sorry. Yeah, key binding would be very helpful. Also, if it could be integrated into the GPS in the cab, because right now for me, that's not very useful. I hardly open this window. And I know a lot of people have the Route Advisor mod. I don't like it so much. I don't like any floating overlay on my screen when I'm trucking. No good for fuel stops though. They're just an aesthetic decoration. Oh, don't the drivers here follow that? I thought the drivers here follow the road markings to a T. I guess that's not true, huh? I mean, the speed limit they don't often follow. Usually when we would go to the airport using a cab or an Uber or nowadays a Grab, they would not really be following the speed limits. That also makes sense for stop signs. That was a four-way stop. Whoops. Thank goodness we didn't smash into anything. You've been using the overlay mode for a while, so I can't decide if you like it or not. I tried it for a bit, just a bit, but yeah, I quickly removed it. I still don't like anything on my screen as much as possible when I'm driving. I want the most authentic look, although I do lose out on a lot of info that way, but yeah, it's a trade-off I can live with. Yes, so initially when I moved, I was sharing with a couple of guys. And then my wife followed like more than a month after, and then we stayed in that house for around 2 years. So we shared the house with other people, and then eventually we decided to rent our own place, because that gives us much more freedom to move around, and it's really a different experience. I mean, the housemates generally were great, except with one exception. The last housemate we had was not very... Let's just say that they were the reason we wanted to move out. That was the catalyst. So yeah, it's always a gamble when you live with other people. So yeah, we decided to rent our own place, and we've been here ever since. The new info icons in the Idaho parts of the map. Oh, I don't know that. Is that the same as the camera icon? Or is that a different thing? I saw those camera icons in the forums, like it would give a shortcut scene, but I didn't know that they would give any other info. It's rubbish. Did you buy it, Jack? RTR2? How much is it right now? Right, Trickleman. Thank you for hanging out. Sorry, I didn't see you there. You're lurking? Have a good one. It's on sale now, my goodness. 109? No way. Hello and goodbye. There you go. Welcome to Needles, most expensive place for gas in the interstate system. Oh really? This place? Why? Is it so hard to get here? Nice subtle sky just peeking out. before it fully takes a rest for the day. Any rest areas, please? One of the best story-driven games ever, top 3. How much space does it need in the hard drive? I don't think I have enough space. Maybe it's time I get into it. 105! Dang it! How did you even make enough space? My goodness, I need a new hard drive for that. Maybe I can install it on the hard drive. Oh, that sounds bad. I'd like it on the SSD. How much is it for you guys? Guess it will still be super expensive, huh? Special edition, what comes with it? This prefab, yeah. Super common one. Bonus story content, ooh. You get a horse sent to your free horse. I think I'll need to buy a new SSD. Maybe I can do that together with a video card PS. What do we call it? Power supply upgrade. PSU. And then add a huge SSD in addition. An M.2 drive or something. Get it free with a card. Which one? The game? Subprint. I'm not familiar with that brand. Is that a good one? 8TB SSD. Wow. Wow. I just went past the rest there. Why do I always miss these things? Dang it. Oh yeah, I did. And the next one is... Oh, I'll have to rest on the road. Let's rest on the road here. That's what you'll be using. Nice. It is? Oh. I usually just use the... Well, I usually buy Samsung. That's been pretty good in the SSD department. Haven't researched about other brands. Exactly. Gee, set times, our friend. What time is it anyway? 9:45. We can set maybe 6 a.m. or 7. Yeah, let's set 7. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful skies. Love it. Has everybody gone? Not sure if it changed, but the windows seem to be less distinct now. Like the fully open volume isn't much different from a partially open one. That's how it seems like, at least. save that for when it's on sale next time. When I get my new video card, a new hard drive, and new everything. Epic coupon. Where'd you get the coupon from? Let's close this. I think it's too loud. Epic winter sale. Ooh. That mountain doesn't look very nice, does it? Very washed out feel. So you just claim it, or do you get it when you purchase something? Yeah, I haven't been exploring a lot of stores. Claim it, nice. Yeah, that's a smart way. That's like the Domino's voucher. Domino's Pizza voucher. Very tempting marketing scheme. Okay, give you a little and make you buy the rest of it. That nets them a profit overall. Very smart. Let's take a photo here. Crap, it's 11 already? Let's extend a bit just so we get to Vegas. Let's use that as our finale. Cyberpunk has been delayed, right? But I think still this year, September was it? I think I saw an article about that. You guys want to try it, Conan? We can do that in one of the Wednesday streams. See me rage quit again. But I won't rage quit alone. You guys have to play with me. If you can make Alex and Rohan play Conan, I'll go and download it. That's the deal. Ooh, Hoover Dam, isn't it? Nice. Okay, deal. My goodness. No, but I think Conan is a pretty nice game. Just not a nice game for me. If I was still into like those kinds of games, I probably would have liked it. Like when I liked the time when I was so much into Ark Survival Evolved. Yeah, that will be an M18 stream. Mainly for the language that will be used. Expectedly used. It has changed a lot. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful view of the city from afar. Let's take a shot at this. Even more disaster then. Ooh, that's a nice view. Some palm trees, a plane. I like that. Where's the London Eye here? We have that also in SG. What do we call it, Hud? Singapore Flyer? Can have meals inside. Can have a romantic date while it's spinning. I think we have our thumbnail shot. Beautiful. High roller. You've gone on. I've gone there once, I think. My mother-in-law was here and we toured her around and we went on the Singapore Flyer. It was nice. Nothing, I mean, it's okay. I guess it's a good at least once to try at least once. Nice views outside. Even the walls are different looking. They have some sort of like banner thing going. Oh, this is very good. Very nicely done. Yeah, you can definitely feel the difference in mapping quality here. Like the frame rate has not changed one bit, but the number of objects and how they are placed together. And now they are working with the limitation of the map, the draw distance and stuff like that. Looks so good. Yeah, Singapore Flyer. You're afraid of heights. Maybe you can practice virtually. So good. Let's take a shot from here. And then we call it a stream once we find the rest area. Why is my CPU maxing out 100%? What app is using all of that? Interesting. What building is this, guys? Does anyone know? Looks like a significant one. Super pretty when you see it from the top of the high roller. Ah, that one I haven't been on. Went to Vegas only once, but haven't been on the high roller. Let's see if we can find an angle here. You can't go up so much because you'll see the gaps in the map. That was done for performance reasons, so you can only limit yourself to something like this. Which is fair enough. Still looks super good. Stratosphere. You can jump off, like bungee jumping. Wow. I think we keep here on the left. Nice. Yeah, how about that one? I saw that in one video. Like red mark there. Quite interesting. A controlled drop. Wow, that sounds scary. If you can get Rohan to try that, I'll stream Conan again. They push you gently. You were in Vegas at 13. Yeah. Definitely must go to place at least once as a tourist. A roller coaster on top too, wow. Controlled drop. That sounds pretty suspicious. Let's go and stay here. Send the stream here. Engine braking all the way. Sure like stopping on the shoulder, huh? There we go. Smooth frames now. Sky jump. Sounds scary. Pass. Yeah. Looks pretty bland in comparison. Very different level, huh? The age is showing. Sure thing, huh? Glad you made it. Thank you everyone for joining. Appreciate the attendance as always, the fun discussions, and now I'm super hungry and have to order stuff. Have a great weekend, guys. I'll catch you on Discord. Thanks, Hud. Enjoy the classes. Stay safe out there, everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Bye-bye. Clumsy Trucking. See you in Discord.